I've been turning wrenches longer than some of these so-called experts have been walking. And let me tell you, there are things going on behind those garage doors that most mechanics won't spell out for you. Not because we're all crooks, though, yeah, there are a few, but because the system makes it easy to keep customers in the dark. The truth is, if you take the time to learn even a little about how your car works, you're going to save yourself a whole lot of money. Hundreds, maybe even thousands. And that's exactly what most shops don't want. Knowledge gives you power, and in this case, it means keeping more cash in your pocket instead of handing it over for unnecessary repairs. In this video, we're going to be talking about when to trust a mechanic with your car. But just before we start, please ensure you've subscribed to the channel. Ever had that check engine light flick on, took your car to the shop and walked out with a $600 bill? Hate to say it, but a whole lot of those fixes could have been diagnosed with a $25 OBD2 scanner off Amazon and a quick search on YouTube. Shops will charge you $100 just to diagnose a code, something they pulled in 2 minutes. Now don't get me wrong, I ain't saying never go to a pro, but you ought to learn how to check your own codes. More often than not, it's something simple. A loose gas cap, a dirty MAF sensor, or a bad coil pack. All stuff you can fix yourself with a few basic tools. Ever been told your car needs new spark plugs, coils, wires, and an air filter all at once? Sounds serious, right? But odds are only one of those parts is actually causing the problem. The rest, that's just padding the bill. One trick shops use is what we call shotgunning, swapping out multiple parts, hoping one of them solves the issue. But guess who's footing the bill for all those extras? That's right, you. Always ask what the exact problem is and have them show you why each part is being replaced. You open the glove box, pull out the factory maintenance schedule, and everything looks straightforward. Then you step into the dealership and suddenly they're piling on 3 times the work. What's the deal? Simple. Dealerships love to upsell. Flushes, alignments, inspections, fluid swaps. Most of that isn't necessary unless there's an actual issue. Stick to what your owner's manual recommends, not what the service advisor with a commission quota tries to push. If your car runs fine and you've kept up with regular oil changes, chances are you're in good shape. You're paying $120 an hour for labor, but that doesn't mean they're working for the full hour. Shops use a flat rate system, so if a repair is listed as 2.5 hours but they knock it out in 45 minutes, you're still paying for the full time. Now, there's nothing shady about it, it's just how the system works. But if you know about it, you can ask smarter questions. Try something like, can I see the time estimate on this repair? Or why does this take 3 hours when I saw it done in one on video? Put a little pressure on them. The internet has changed everything. There are thousands of solid videos and car forums packed with real know-how. You'd be surprised what you can tackle with a little time, some basic tools and guidance from folks who've been there. Now don't go messing with brakes or engine timing if you're new to wrenching, but swapping out sensors, filters, radiators, even alternators? These days, that's just a good way to spend your Saturday afternoon. Listen, I ain't saying every mechanic is out to rip you off. A good one is worth their weight in gold. But the best customers, they're the ones who know a thing or two. Ask questions, get second opinions, and don't walk into a shop looking lost and nervous. That's how you end up paying for repairs you don't need. If your mechanic gets annoyed when you ask questions, that's a bad sign. A good one will break things down for you, show you the old parts, and maybe even give you a few tips to keep your car running, right? So you don't have to come back too soon. Cars aren't nearly as complicated as the shops would have you think. With a bit of knowledge and some confidence, you can dodge a lot of unnecessary headaches and keep your money where it belongs, in your own pocket. Mechanics don't hate you for learning. What they hate is seeing folks wise up to the game. And if that ruffles a few feathers, well, maybe they shouldn't be taking advantage of people to begin with.